What happens in this house stays in this house. Part two. What happens in this house stays in this house has even reached different galactic and planetary um, areas. We've been looking at the same pictures of the moon for a while. And people have been questioning whether, we even went to the moon as, people from Earth. But just having like believing that we live on a planetary prison or there's some type of like influence that like higher light beings that are, suppressing or interacting with Earth in a way as though it's a prison. Or um, the Earth as a consciousness experiment, where they talk about there's always something where it's like we're told that it's like a controlled simulation, and that like a lot of people are saying when you say it's a Earth school, they say, oh well, we must be an experiment. Okay, let's clear that up. The Earth is an embodiment. Okay, the Earth has her own vibration. The Earth is very um we literally are a replica of the transformations of the Earth. The Earth herself has, revitalized herself and brought herself back to life many times, from different things that have happened on Earth in different areas of the Earth. Even a area that has been completely charred will eventually grow flowers because the Earth is bountiful from the inside out. Much like humans, the Earth has, different aspects of cells and DNA and not I was gonna say reproductive organs, but reproductive organs that will reproduce or revitalize her being in any cases. When we talk about interdimensional assistants or higher light beings, influencing the earth, they're here to help us to develop into a higher intelligence. And you have to think that when these different type of myths are created where, we're being told that we're dictated by something, it is a part of the fear agenda that is always being promoted. The way that we see, quote unquote, what we continue to be considered to be aliens. Alien is anything that is not that you don't that's not indigenous to what you're used to. Like it's alien, it's foreign. So if that's the case, even we should even, speak about foreign countries as aliens. We do when they come into our area and we want them to go, we refer to them as aliens, but otherwise, because you know not we, but society, we know who, refers to them as aliens. Well, we understand how alien has a negative connotation. And so in different movies that we watch, aliens are always seen as these beasts or things that are going to kill us and just like I remember watching movies when I was small or watching different TV shows where the alien would like eat the person or different things like that and take over bodies. So I'm not saying that every higher light being or every entity that you come into won't have try to have some type of negative influence on you. I think that putting people in a state of fear does it takes away their ability to discern and also to differentiate between what we know to be true, what we can feel to be true, and what's actually true. It keeps people going in circles. So, um, are they truly here to help us? Are they not here to help us? Are they coming to see us? Because I don't believe that they're already here. And you have to think if there are higher dimensional beings and they're highly more enlightened than we are, and they speak through telepathy and different things like this, why would they need to even come here? Most of the movies that we watch nowadays, they're speaking to us through our minds, or if they're coming to an area, they're coming to the area because They want to see what Earth is about. But why would you need to see what something is about if you're dictating it? Make it make sense. And then this whole conversation about the Earth being assimilation. If the Earth was assimilation, it needs to be more advanced by now. We have too much advanced technology that is available to us, especially since we've been using AI since everybody had an iPhone and Siri been talking to us. Alexa been talking to us for some time now. So AI has been working long before we even knew that AI was working. So if something was going to take us over, it's already in the works and it should be more advanced by now. I remember in the 80s watching movies about the woman, the mom robot, where she wanted to protect the children and she ended up trying to keep the dad from having the kid. I can't remember the name of that movie, but it was a really good movie because it showed you kind of the state of mind that the movie producers were in and how they were allowing their creativity to flow and how they were allowed to let their creativity to flow because many of the things that are seen on film or that are written in books have to go through a process, or there used to be a very strenuous process of acceptance. If it had too much information that was not that they didn't want to get out, that book was not being published, or that film was not going to depict things outside of the narrative that was already being told to the people. So what happens is to this house stays in this house is to me it feels like a veil of untruth. It feels like a veil of confusion and just disillusion, keeping everyone wondering, what is true. But we can tap into ourselves. Like when I think about how indigenous communities, how their history was completely wiped out and isn't accessible. Indigenous people, we are literally the embodiment of the information. Because when that information couldn't be written down and it wasn't drawn in pictures, it was passed down from person to person. So sometimes you just need to quiet yourself. There are things that you know how to do that your ancestors are teaching you. You have no idea where that came from or where the information is coming from, but you're able to do things that you did not learn in a structured way. Those are the whispers of your ancestors. But I made this video because I wanted to explore how something as simple as, or what was seen as simple as a phrase, can control the whole narrative of our existence. What happens in this house stays in this house. It has suppressed so many things, has harmed so many people, has allowed so many things, so many heinous things to take place, so many things to be overturned, so many people to be oppressed, suppressed and held from the truth. How long will we hold on to this? And if we're holding on to it, have we now found safety in the one thing that is stealing and choking the breath out of us? Who knows?